सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला। पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला। मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो FBCTV पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
Oh, kayak bol-bol cuma tahu kebingungan itu mampu. Gua nggak usah nih lanangan itu mampu. Nimbula, ayo Mr. Ben.
Laba?
Na magkikiro manolo kinedero di mataka moni si kinafangarumbuka.
Bula FM. Na mandua and shilling.
Tonight, derelict vessels soon to be removed from the Suva harbour. Reserve Bank says new economic growth forecast can be achieved. And missing children keeping the police busy at the Hibiscus Festival. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and you're watching FBC News. Police today recovered the body of a 2-year-old girl who went missing at Vesese village in Vunda yesterday. She had been playing with her friends when it was noticed she was missing and a search was mounted. The toddler's mother took part in the search for the full day but with no success. Police spokesperson Ananai Soro confirms the child's body was found in the water near the Vunda Marina around midday today. There is progress in getting rid of derelict vessels abandoned in Suva harbour. The Fiji Ports Corporation wants all wrecks and abandoned ships cleared, a move that's been welcomed by the Fiji Surfing Association. Apisalomidokar reports.
Derelicts like this have the Fiji Surfing Association worried not only about the image of the Suva harbour, but the environmental impacts. The Fiji Ports Corporation Limited has confirmed cleaning up all these wrecks is their responsibility.
We have gone for an expression of interest for reputable companies who are able to remove all these wrecks and derelicts, and currently they are in the process of analysis before the final recommendation by the harbour master is put to management and board for the actual physical removal.
So that's a step forward because there's somebody we can go to now, some of the media can interview and you can't sort of pass the buck anymore.
Eminoni Kurusinga says they don't know the cost to remove the wrecks, but no matter, it will be done.
We cannot really quantify the volume of work that has to be undertaken on each wreckage per se, because of the fact that they are all in different conditions, and some have been lying there for 20 years or so, and some very lately. So, as I said, it will be very hard to quantify the quantum or the cost that it will be involved.
Could be upwards of 50 wrecks in the bottom of Suva harbour. Some of them are not worth worrying about. They're not a hazard to navigation at the moment. But there are a couple of glaring ones. There's one off Mosquito Island, which is a red vessel right there, which is a wreck on top of that's 3 years old.
Getting rid of the rusting heaps of metal will not only make the harbour look better, it will also make the water cleaner and make it safer for people sailing into Suva. Apisalomidokar, FBC News.
The Reserve Bank of Fiji says new economic growth forecast of 3.2% is achievable. Governor Barry Whiteside was responding to comments by economist Professor Biman Prasad that the revised forecast is too optimistic. Chanel Sivan reports.
Governor Barry Whiteside is confident of the recent announcement of the economic growth revised from 2.7% to 3.2%.
So we're quite positive that 3.2% is achievable. We will, in October, before the government budget, review those figures and we'll see how we go from there. But we're very positive that not only ourselves, but the people, the business people out there are confident as well with what is happening. Well, we do a lot of work in terms of, this figure is not pulled out of the hat. We do a lot of work in preparing and looking at what's happening on the ground.
Professor Biman Prasad said it was too early to make the announcements as the results for the performance of the economy in the second and third quarter are yet to be analyzed. Now, Whiteside also acknowledged comments by the International Monetary Fund team that recently visited Fiji and gave positive feedback on the economy.
Structural reforms have always been there, I think. Government has been putting in place a number of reforms that you might recall, the land reform, the sugar reform, reforms in the civil service. So these are there. I think what the IMF and where they're coming from is that they must continue to be worked on. So really it's not putting in place new reforms, but work on what we have in place now.
The IMF team said there are issues that Fiji can iron out before it can progress in a manner it is capable of. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
15 children became separated from their parents at the Hibiscus Festival over the last 3 days. Police have been kept busy reuniting families, and Chanel Sivan reports that some unsupervised children have been found begging at Albert Park in Suva.
Children going missing at the Hibiscus Festival is one of the biggest worries for police. So much so that a special team has been set up just to keep an eye out for minors who are separated from their families.
A few more cases yesterday. Some of them we will just manage to reunite them while on the way. You could just find that the children were just seemed lost. So that's when our officers went up to them and then just found them and then took them close by and then reunited them with their parents. Just remember, we are coming down hard on parents who are negligent, and that's something that we never want to explore with parents.
Since Saturday, 15 children have been found by officers and brought here. A special place set so families can come looking for their children. Another observation at the grounds is children asking for money. Some of them are known to be child beggars in Suva. Social Welfare Minister Dr. Chico Luveni says parents are to blame.
The assessments that we have made on beggars, the parents themselves make the children beg for money because they will be banking on people's sympathy on these children begging, so that people are more likely to give money to these children.
It's not only young children going missing. Police have come across a few cases where those in their early teens are not aware of their parents' contact. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
The Social Welfare Ministry's Child Services Unit is stepping up to fight child abuse and poor parenting. Shireen Lata reports 123 cases of parental neglect were recorded up to April this year.
The majority of the cases deal with willful neglect. Statistically, 62% of the cases are from Ethiopian families, while 32% are Indo-Fijians.
These are cases of neglect, particularly by single mothers and also separated couples, cases of abuse within the family, even extended family members, and also just children who are not happy at home and have run away from home.
Last year, there were a total of 317 child welfare cases reported to the ministry under the Child Welfare Decree.
When we know of such cases, we have a special scheme that actually helps these children through their education and trying to get them to achieve a better livelihood.
Dr. Chico Luveni says parents should ask for help if they are struggling to cope. If not, they have to be responsible.
Mostly babies who are not wanted. We have the means to not to have the children if they are not wanted, and that is the contraceptives that are available from the pharmacies and from health institutions, so that we need to prevent having unwanted children.
The ministry is also working with police and other stakeholders to reach out to communities in rural and maritime areas to raise awareness on these issues. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Coming up, new booklet to help women in business.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
And I'm Tix.
You can join us on The Breakfast Show
every weekday from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. right here on Today FM.
That's right.
Bola,
Oya wasala bilawa. Do bata ki au mena diwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina waromboka. Kako ni valatana no musini sari na kai samarian dolo loma leone vani ni nau. Omgori ke de mena diwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina waromboka na Bula FM number 2 en sere.
Welcome back. You're watching FBC News. Quick action by National Fire Authority officers today captured the fuel leaking from a truck which overturned on Princess Road in Suva, preventing a fire or accident threat for other vehicles. The truck, which was carting water, overturned at the FNU roundabout as it was turning onto Reservoir Road. The belt holding the water tank snapped, causing the truck to overturn. The driver and 2 others were able to escape injury. The government has adopted microfinancing as a key strategy to tackle poverty, says Minister for Women Dr. Chico Luveni. Luveni made the comment while launching the South Pacific Business Development Financial Booklet at Albert Park in Suva today. She says microfinancing can help improve income and build viable businesses as well as create jobs. She adds that it can also be a powerful instrument of self-empowerment for women.
SPBD puts equal importance to financial education, with provision of financial services like credit, savings and insurance. SPBD's mission is the empowerment of women through improvement of their economic well-being, and financial education is a very important component of SPBD's strategy.
The booklet also has tools to help women keep track of their savings, loan repayments and cash flow for the business. Internet shops in Suva will from today be allowed to remain open until hours allowed by their specific business licenses. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama directed the police to reverse their decision to close internet shops before their normal closing time. Bainimarama said some parents have been leaving their children in internet shops while they go to nightclubs, and he has urged them to stop this irresponsible behavior. Meetings have taken place between the local government minister, the police and Suva's special administrator to develop a code of conduct for internet shops. The Fiji Broadcasting Corporation is sad to announce a man known throughout Fiji as being a top professional in broadcasting and media sales. Rupnan died in his sleep last night at the age of 62. Rup was known as a friend to all, a person always helpful to others and ready to lend a hand. He'll be missed by those who knew him. He will be cremated Thursday at Vatuanga Cemetery, Suva. The FBC expresses its condolences to his family. Shelvin is here with the night sports, and what's big tonight?
Well, there's going to be some punches thrown. I'm talking about Fight Night, the Fiji Boxing Commission's first amateur event tonight, and Ba still in celebration mode after the BOG win. That and more after the break.
Bula, I'm Wame. Join me every weekday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on The Center Show with classic hits from the 70s as well as the 80s right here on Gold FM.
आपकी शादी होने वाली है, 5 बच्चे होंगे। 5 हाय, मैं हूँ आपकी सहेली रेनू। सुनते रहेंगे मिर्ची एफएम। मैं हूँ ना 9 से 12 बजे तक।
Ba's win at the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants tournament marked another milestone on the weekend. The men in black are the most successful football team in Fiji. In the BOG alone, they've won 16 out of the 34 tournaments. But underneath it all, the team does have its fair share of struggles. FBC spoke with the president of Ba Football, Rishi Kumar, on the pitch after yesterday's win. Ba, the name itself is synonymous with victory in local soccer. But even after so many victories, President Rishi Kumar yesterday talked of struggles faced by the Western team.
Well, as everybody knows that Ba has been very consistent team throughout the last 30 years. We've been winning tournament every year. And we know we come from a very poor town, Ba, and hardly people support here, but whatever support we get and whatever resources we prepare for each competition that we participate.
The team was in camp for 2 weeks before the tournament, and a special mention went to the players' wives.
It's 12 finals that we have played from 2011, and it's just like first or second position. It's hard to retain your position, and we have done as a team. And we didn't have the 22 players to prepare for this tournament, but yes, we did with 21 players. Great sacrifices from their families, especially their wife. as they allowed their husband to be in camp for the last 2 weeks. It was not easy. It's really hard.
Ba's fourth consecutive win in the National League has even caught the eye of FIFA's top man, Sepp Blatter.
On behalf of the whole football community, I would like to thank Ba FC for the excitement they bring to the fans of the beautiful game, and I wish them much success in the years to come, in particular their forthcoming OFC Champions League campaign.
For Ba, one soccer season is over. Another tournament is under its belt. But after a short break, the players will be back in the grind again as they look towards the future. Amateur boxing tonight won't be a repeat of last week, when about 100 boxers had to go home without any fights because the ring wasn't set up. The Fiji Boxing Commission has taken charge of the fight tonight. I spoke with Boxing Commission Director Malakai Vaisamasama. Last week, organizers only started putting up the ring when the first of the fights were scheduled to start at the Queen Elizabeth Barracks in Namboa Suva. Boxing Commission Director Malakai Vaisamasama says they'll be ready tonight.
Well, first of all, apologies to all the boxers that turned up last week. Teething problems, part of learning process, but yes, the ring, as I speak, is currently being organized by the Fiji Sports Council.
Weekly fight nights have also been planned for the North and the West.
After the 4th of August, we'll start organizing programs at Prince Charles Park for the boxers in the West, and then we'll look at support in the Northern Division as well.
The Commission wants to be able to send boxers to the Olympics, but before that can happen, AIBA has to come on board.
I guess the big thing is to find our way back to AIBA through the help of FASNO. But as I had always maintained, at the moment, AIBA, because they are pro-am, have not banned us from, we've cross-checked with them.
Fiji in the past has produced boxers who dazzle on the international scene. There's belief that if we do things right, we could just bag gold in the Olympics. Fiji Swimming is currently preparing a squad for the Junior World Swimming Championships in Dubai later this month. The team is eyeing the world meet as a means to gain some international exposure. Chalin Daun Dakantaka reports.
Swimming Fiji is taking the initiative to build a solid squad made up of junior swimmers for upcoming regional and international meets. And what better way to develop the youngsters than at the Junior World Swimming Champs in Dubai later this month.
So this is the core of what we need to just get them used to competition overseas, you know, competing out of the region against the world. Also there'll be countries from the Pacific as well. So we'll be, you know, trying to get on top of that as well. And breaking national records.
The 9-member squad has undergone a strict selection criteria to make the cut. Any world tournament poses stiff competition, yet Smith says their sights are not set solely on a podium finish.
I mean, everyone goes on and on about, you know, winning gold, silver and bronze, but it's very tough, you know, and, you know, you even have the Australians not making the finals. So, you know, if Fiji makes the semi-finals, that's our gold medal, really.
The main aim behind this outing is to expose the team to the highest level of competition. With more than 3,000 of the world's best junior swimmers expected at the meet, this will be the ideal testing ground. FBC Sports.
With just 2 weeks to go until the Pacific Mini Games in Wallis and Futuna, Athletics Fiji is now making all efforts to get West and North-based athletes to train in the capital. The coaches are hoping to have athletes at one venue so they can add the final touches to their training. Not all athletes are based in Suva, and this has proven to be an obstacle for the coaches.
The rest in the Western Division, so logistics is a challenge. And secondly, the communication with the coaches. We hope to have communicated well, but because of the geographical distances, we were hoping, but that's part of the challenge. I have sent them training programs, and the monitoring part is what we hope to work on.
There is also concern that Fiji will be taking only 2 runners for the long distance races.
We only have 2 athletes, male and female, Merciana, they both running 5,000. But yes, we hope to build up on the 10,000 meters. Definitely one of the factors is the levy.
It's a young squad, but the coaches see potential in the athletes. They believe that this year the younger athletes will be their secret weapon.
They are coping well. I know they need more competitions, but I believe we have a lot of surprise elements in the team. They've proven themselves in the last Coca-Cola games, and they're working consistently. And so far, they're gearing towards the mini games, and it should be a good platform to showcase what they want.
Team Fiji departs Fiji on August 31st for Wallis St. Fortuna. The mini game starts 2 days later. Well, that was sports tonight. Let's see what's happening in business.
Red Bank has opened a kiosk in the Tapo City complex in Suva. Situated on the level 4 food court, the new facility offers a full range of retail banking services. Managing Director Satish Deb says the kiosk allows customers to open accounts, make withdrawals and even make loan applications. He says this new idea is designed to take services to the people.
The reason for setting this up is it's providing convenience to the customers. As you can see, there's a lot of foot traffic here, and this is what we needed at level 4 Tapo City. This is not where we're going to stop. We will look at other kiosks around the country, but we just need to get the right sites for it.
Well, the time now, and how's it going, Jen?
Good, thanks, Jackie. A quick look at the map this evening. Suva, Savasavu and Lambasa experienced clouds and showers today, while Nandi, Lautoka and Ba enjoyed fine conditions throughout. 3 major centres are on 30 degrees, the day's highest. Savasavu and the capital are not too far behind, but still have the lowest, 27 degrees. Tomorrow's weather is basically a replica of today. Rainy in the usual places, surprise, surprise, and sunny in the west. Mariner's southeast winds will also be at 15 to 20 knots, and you can expect moderate to rough seas. Now for a picture from the absolutely stunning Lavala Island. Taken this morning, the email was simply titled, "Good morning from Lavala Island." Well, good evening to you in Lavala, and thanks for sending this in. I'm sure that this is as close to the island as I'll get.
Thanks so much for that, Genevieve. Tonight's headlines: derelict vessels to finally be removed from the Suva harbour. Reserve Bank says a new economic growth forecast can be achieved. And missing children keep the police busy at the Hibiscus Festival. Results from last week's opinion poll, the question was, who should be held responsible for the latest rugby protests? 73% of respondents voted for the Fiji Rugby Union. This week's question, and we're asking, are there new faces shaping Fiji's political scene? To answer, visit our FBC website. Remember to send us newsworthy pictures and videos. Email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. That's all from the newsroom tonight. Join us again tomorrow. Good night.
Nimbula, methango nimilote na isoro temua. Nama kia umina rua kina ona na via kavi monite kina wakarambuka. Rongo mena via sana kina vibaga barota kini ndreko malolo. Ena Radio Fiji One na wongani via niano. Ngai nama kia kina.
जहाँ हो प्यार का बसेरा और रिश्तों की खुशबू, वो है आपका अपना घर संसार. Join me on Ghar Sansar, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. only on Radio Fiji 2.